What's up everybody, Bandit here. Been a little while since I've done a riding video. I'm out running some errands, so I decided to go ahead and try and do a short video actually on the motorcycle today. I did have in recent comments someone asked me about rerouting my antenna if I still get radio reception, or to do a demo of that it still works. So right now the radio is on a ad, so I figured if I go ahead and show you guys now that I'm not breaking any copyright issues with music by YouTube. So, ooh, that's a very nice truck. Look at that. And I'm coming up to the gas station to get some air in my tires. But I'll go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. Hopefully it's still on an advertisement here. All right, let's see.
Download the DraftKings app and use code SPORTS.
If you can hear that, still on an advertisement. And
grabs this week with your first deposit.
As you see, that's a radio station, so it does work. We're rerouting the antenna up by the frame.
As a kid,
now overall you may lose some reception range just because the antenna is not visible, being as tall as it is, so you may lose some reception range, but you still get good reception. I typically use my phone anyways, but I just wanted to kind of do this as a demo that you still do receive radio. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get air in my tires and then I'll start back up the video. What's up everybody, Bandit back here with you again. So unfortunately I had filmed the whole thing and it didn't actually film anything after I left the gas station and getting my air in the tires. So none of it actually filmed, and I found it out when I got to the place to get my hair cut, and nothing was on my camera besides the little blip at the gas station, or pulling into the gas station to get air in the tires. So here I am gonna try and remember everything I said and refilm it. So what I wanted to talk about in this video is I've had some questions from people who, you know, like this, where I was just in the haircut place and came up on the motorcycle. Obviously I have my helmet with me when I walk inside, and they're like, you know, why do you ride? Like, aren't you scared of other drivers on the road? And I've gotten that question a lot. I've gotten that question from people I work with, from, like I said, at like getting my hair cut, just in general. It happens a lot. So I kind of wanted to address that in this video. So I'm going to address the second part of that before I address the why do I ride part. It just they kind of go hand in hand with one another, and to me it's easier if I address the second part first. So, am I scared of other drivers on the road? Yes and no. And by that I mean, am I actually scared of other drivers? No. But is there a risk involved with riding when it comes to other drivers? Yes, absolutely. On a motorcycle, you are a lot smaller than a vehicle. People don't see you a lot. It happens quite often, actually. But the reason why I'm not really scared about other drivers on the road is because when you start riding and you've ridden for long enough, you actually become a very defensive rider. So when you see somebody on a side road like this one coming up, although there's nobody there, but like we're someone there waiting to pull out, I'm actually expecting that individual to pull out in front of me. And because of that, I'm now, as I'm approaching them, I'm searching for escape routes. Whether that means swerve into the left lane, whether that means, you know, try and swerve right to go around them on the shoulder as they pull out in front of me. I'm looking for escape routes to get out of the situation, so when they do pull out in front of me, I already know exactly what I'm doing. And that's what I mean by riding actually makes you a more defensive driver than most people who just drive cars. Now, along with the risk of other drivers, there is the risk of more bodily injury or death, honestly, by riding. And that's due to the fact that you don't have a giant cage protecting you. It's you and it's the road or the vehicle that pulls out in front of you and you end up hitting. So a lot of things can happen that are going to cause a lot more bodily injury to you and a higher likelihood of not walking away, which is unfortunate, but it is the truth behind it. Now, I don't want that to scare anybody, because as you see, I still ride regardless of that risk. And the reason I still ride, and this goes into the why do I ride, is because there's nothing else like it. I mean, when you are riding, everything, you feel free, and everything about life, all the stress, all the crap you deal with on a day-to-day basis, whether that be with work or just life in general, bills, whatever else, it all just kind of goes away. And it's just freeing, it's relaxing, and I don't have anything else in my life that even comes close to this right here than just riding. I love it. I mean, it is my way to escape after a long week of work. It's my way to just relax. So when it comes to like people I work with that sit there and ask me about it, and they're like, you know, why do you ride? Aren't you scared of other drivers? You know, it's a huge risk. And it's like, yeah, it is a risk, but at the end of the day, I do it because I love it. And I'm not scared of the risk. I don't focus on the risk and what might happen. I focus on the joy that I feel when I'm riding. And so a lot of the guys are like, well, you know, that's just the, like, I used to think about like wanting to ride, and I really think I would enjoy it, but I'm just not comfortable with taking that risk. And it's like, okay, and that's your choice. So to them, taking that next, you know, doing this as a leisure activity where it comes to riding is just one too many things of risk in their life, and they're not willing to accept it. And that's fine. That is 100% your choice. My choice is I'm going to accept it, and I'm going to be perfectly fine about it because I love this. And I would rather do this, and if it's my time, it's my time. And that's kind of how I feel about it, is, you know, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go, and there's not really anything I can do about it. And I'm okay with that. And I'm not going to give up this to try and prevent something like that from happening. I'm just not. And there's a quote that I love. I found this quote actually on the back of a t-shirt back when I was in college, so a little over 10 years ago now. And this quote, like I said, it was on the back of a t-shirt, and I fell in love with it, looked it up, found out who wrote it. The gentleman that wrote the quote, or the quote came from, I guess maybe not wrote it, but said it, whatever, the quote came from Hunter S. Thompson. And essentially what it says is, life should not be a journey to the grave with the intent of arriving pretty and in a well-preserved body, but rather I was skid and broadside in a cloud of smoke, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, wow, what a ride. And I love that quote when it comes to life, because that's the way I feel. Take adventures, have fun, enjoy life. I'm not gonna give up this one thing that I enjoy because of the risk that's involved with it, just so that I can do that, make a journey to the grave to arrive in a pretty and well-preserved body. I'm not gonna sacrifice the things that I love in life because of a fear of death. I'm just not. And that's my personal choice. And if you guys don't feel that way, that's fine. It's everybody's personal choice. But life is short as it is, so enjoy every minute of it in your own way. This is one of the ways that I enjoy it. But anyways, kind of got, onto a little bit of a soapbox there. But that kind of goes into why I choose to ride and why I accept the risk of riding. So if any of you out there are interested in getting into riding, you don't currently ride, and you're watching these videos, thinking about it, that's something you have to decide. You have to make that decision for yourself. Do the risks involved with riding outweigh the benefits of it, or do the benefits of it outweigh the risk? To me, the benefits outweigh the risk. And once those benefits outweigh the risk for you, that's when it becomes an acceptable level of risk. So you have to decide that for yourself. You have to weigh the pros and cons, and you have to figure out for yourself which one outweighs the other, so you can make your own decision. No one else can tell you one way or another what decision to make. That's 100% your choice. And that's most things in life are going to be your decision, and you have to make the decision on your own. But anyways, if you guys got any comments or any questions or anything like that, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. I'll do the best of my ability to respond to them and answer any questions you might have. I'm just gonna get here and enjoy this ride, just kind of riding around, putting some miles on the bike. But as always, stay safe out there, keep the rubber side down, and I'll see you on the road. Bandit out.